Okay, so we are at 6. We are starting. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining today. I am Damnesh Kumar, IIT Kanpur alumni and part of Alumni Association IIT Kanpur Delhi chapter and part of the organizing committee HCL HACK 2021. This is our second season. Let me invite Alumni Association Delhi chapter president Mr. Sunil Singhal and request him to welcome all the guests.
Good evening. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this award ceremony for the Cybersecurity Hackathon second edition. A big welcome to all the participants who went through several rigorous steps to get shortlisted and onwards to win prizes. Welcome Dr. Karandekar, Director IIT Kanpur, and I presume Padma Shri Dr. Saurabh Srivastav is joining or has joined. So welcome to him as well, or as soon as he joins. So this is the second edition of the hackathon, jointly conducted by the Sriti IHub of IIT Kanpur and the Delhi chapter of the IIT Kanpur Alumni Association. And of course, considering the importance of cybersecurity for all of us, and more importantly for the nation, we plan to continue the series event each year. Special welcome to all our sponsors who have made this event possible. And once again, a warm welcome to all attending this awards ceremony. Thank you all. I presume it's over to Rajiv. Rajiv Swarup's tremendous efforts have brought us to this big award ceremony today, and of course his entire team with him. Damnesh?
Yeah, thank you, Sunil sir. The HCL Hackathon 2021 was a marathon event, not the running one, but needed similar kind of stamina, passion to complete. Let me invite my organizing committee colleague, Mr. Rajiv Sarup, to give overview of this year hackathon. Rajiv.
Good evening, Professor Karandekar, and good evening, all the guests in this award ceremony. I just want to give a brief history of how this hackathon thing started. I mean, this whole thing started during the Diamond Jubilee celebration of IIT Kanpur in March of 2020, where we were planning a big event in Delhi, and along with that, a hackathon idea came in. And thanks to Corona, the event got abandoned, but the idea of hackathon survived. And we chose onto cybersecurity because that area was something which seemed to be of great interest. So we launched the hackathon in 2020 during the summer break, which was roughly June, July, August of 2020. And there were three motivations why we made this hackathon in cybersecurity. First and foremost was, like Sunil said, cybersecurity is an area of high significance at this time. And therefore, there's a need to improve the awareness, the skill, and the knowledge of cybersecurity among students and other professionals. So that was the first motivation. The second motivation was that IIT Kanpur is among the top global leaders in cybersecurity, and not many people know about it. So we decided that through the hackathon, we will promote C3I Hub and cybersecurity research work being done at IIT Kanpur. And the third was the materialistic region to generate some funds for the Delhi chapter, to which I belong, and we need some funds for running the alumni affairs here. So with that, we launched the hackathon 2020 in the month of June, and it turned out to be a success much beyond our expectation. We had never run a hackathon before. That was the first hackathon as a chapter we were running. And we got close to 1,500 registration. When we started, we said we'll be happy with 3,000. Like 3,000, if you get, that's good. And we made a mark. But 12,500 from 12 countries was a big moral booster for all of us. And we gave prizes away worth about 22 lakhs. And at that time, then we decided this is something we can run every year. So we decided to make it an annual event. And the Hackathon 2021 was originally planned in the month of May, June, July, which is summer of 2021. And we all know what happened during those months. So we had to abandon the idea of hackathon at that time because there was too much of COVID wave to affect everywhere. So around August, September, when the thing died down, September, we had a decision to make. Should we run it now or should we abandon it this year? And the core team, which Danesh, Anupam, myself, we decided let's run it. And we knew what the challenges are. We knew that we are running it during the semester, which is going to be difficult for students to participate. And the challenge, the competition part of the hackathon was coming during the end semester exam. And the end semester exam of different colleges are in different times. So from 15 November till end of December, some end sem or the other is happening. So we said we'll start the hackathon and we keep our timings flexible. And that flexibility really made it a marathon, like what Damnesh said. Instead of 8 weeks of last year, we ran into almost 4 months this year. But still the results were quite good. And I created a small, short 2-minute video on the hackathon and request Damnesh to play it. Damnesh, please.
Yeah, sure. Just a minute. Let me share that.
And we will make this an annual event. And the question is there a 2022 event or not? Because we already in February and the summer will be in May, June, July. So we will take a call. Yes, this is the one.
I hope everyone can see it. Yes.
Thank you, Damnesh. That's about the hackathon this year. And we now wait for the next hackathon. We don't know whether it will be 2022 or 2023, but let's see. Thank you, Damnesh. Over to you.
Thank you, Rajiv. Good to see the numbers. Okay, so everyone must be wondering what is the process, evaluation methodology which we took for hackathon. Our programming track champion, Professor Sandeep Shukla, flight is delayed and he is in plane right now. He was supposed to tell us the one, but let me try my best to give you some information on it. We had two tracks in the hackathon. One was a solution track, which is a programming solution track, and one is in startup track. For the programming solution track, as you may have seen in the PPT, we got 7,685 registration. And so every participant has to give an MCQ exam and a Python programming test in the round one. In the round two, there were two real-life cybersecurity problems were shared with the teams. Team were asked to solve intrusion detection system and Linux malware detection and classification problem. Teams were evaluated on their model performance, which is accuracy, and the programming. From this round, there was another round, round three. The selected team went to the jury round, and the team presented to jury, and the jury overall, the combined ranking was created based on the jury marks as well as their round two marks. So this was for programming track. Let me invite our startup track champion Ranjit to explain what evaluation methodology they took for this startup track.
Thank you, Damnesh. I'm very happy to be part of this hackathon event. My name is Ranjit Mishra. I work as a Chief Industry Relations Officer at C3 Hub. I work with Professor Maninder Agarwal, who is Director at C3 Hub. So, and I had, the Startup Incubation Program along with the Industry Relations for C3 Hub. So in part of our, we have completed, in fact, 2 cohort for C3 Hub, part of Startup Incubation Program. So we followed the same process, and down, we had requested all the teams to submit a proposal for almost more than 25 plus domain in cybersecurity. Fortunately, we got 81 plus team who basically, were shortlisted, who basically were, shortlisted for this proposal submission. And out of 81, there were 26 who really submitted the, proposal in the template format which we had asked for. Then there was the first part of the evaluation process is a pre-screening committee. So we did a pre-screening of these 26 proposals. Basically, we validate them on on the mission and vision of C3 Hub and cybersecurity in entirety. And there were 13 teams which were shortlisted for the final round, which was a presentation in front of the jury, and this jury was led by Mr. Shrikant Sastry, and there were 15 minutes presentation by each one of those teams, and 15 minutes per Q&A with the jury members. And jury members consisted of our platinum members, primarily the industry CXOs and experts in cybersecurity. And then there were top 3 winners, which were basically shortlisted. And we also they'll be sort of offered an opportunity to incubate with C3 Hub. Obviously, they have to go through a due diligence process, which we follow. So hopefully, we may we consider them, and hopefully they might get an opportunity to also incubate with us. And that was in short, the process which we followed basically for startup track. Thanks, Damnesh.
Thank you, Ranjit. I see we have our guests of honors here, so I'll request them to describe their experience. Let me first invite Ravi Purohit, who is a Vice President in India Head Color Tokens. Ravi, over to you, please.
Firstly, my name is Ravi Purohit. Thanks a lot. It's my pleasure to be with this team here, and I feel that I should have been a participant. It's such an exciting opportunity for anybody who is problem solver, and I really encourage all the young minds of the country to participate actively in any future such events that happen. I am a maths lover and a creative problem solver from IIT Kharagpur. I am Bangalore. I've worked in Wipro and TCS. And my current role is I'm the India head at Color Tokens, and Color Tokens is perhaps one of the youngest, company here in this particular forum today. We solve, one of the world's hardest problem, which is in cybersecurity. And the problem is becoming harder and harder because everything is becoming digital globally, right? And when the problem is harder, the simpler the solution, better it is for the customer. And there are three angles of cybersecurity that we look at. One is visibility, show them everything. That makes customer more scared, right? So in the next step is how can we automate in terms of creating the cybersecurity posture in much more automated way. And the third challenge is the variability. You have to protect so many things in the world from a computer architecture point of view. So it's a technology which is based on zero trust principles, and it's a product available in 5 different flavors, for our customers. India is a big, investment for color tokens. We are in India since 2017. India is a R&D, engineering, and a delivery hub. I am fortunate to lead such an exciting, team here. We have centers in Bangalore, Hyderabad, and shortly in Pune. And we also have engineering centers in Pittsburgh in US. All I'm looking for is, anybody who's brilliant mind, problem solver, who has skills across layers, cloud, web, AI, ML, even systems programming and operating systems level, work, which is pretty hard to find nowadays. And Hackathon has been an exciting experience for me. So firstly, thank you again to all the professors, organizers, the jury members, more to the participants, because they put in a lot of efforts, and tremendous congratulations to the winner. At the end, I will just say that, brilliant minds are not just born. They come into being. They come into being with every idea which is executed to perfection. So specifically to the participants and winner, I would say don't give up, think big. They've just created an idea. It's the start of the execution. Execution is always key to any successful business. So you are in it for life. Just take that passion forward, and wish you all the best. We are here to help you in case if you ever need any inputs or guidance. That's where our experience might help you, and wish you all the best. And thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, Ravi. Let me invite Mr. Subodh Kumar, partner Microsoft, partner director Microsoft. Subodh, over to you, please.
Hey, thanks, Damnish. I work in product engineering of Microsoft. We are spread across Hyderabad, NCR, and Bangalore. To just share the context, how we see our product engineering, we are seeing there is a rapid increase in attack sophistication and frequency. With hybrid work, attack surfaces has also increased. There are other impacting factors, like there are regulatory changes across globe. Like in India also, there is PDP coming in, which is going to increase privacy concern and data risk for organizations. There are other dimensions which we see in our customer organizations across globe, that more often more organizations are going with heterogeneous technology, which uses multi-cloud, multi-platform. So all this together makes it very challenging to reduce time to detect, respond, and prevent. With this need, and this need is increasing, we at Microsoft Product Engineering are focusing on building intelligent cybersecurity experiences. We analyze 24 trillion threat signals per day for building such intelligent experiences. In our product, we focus a lot on automating and keeping experiences simple. And to achieve this, we continuously hire talent with deep engineering and applied research skill across platforms and in entire stack, actually, whether it's service or whether it is endpoint product running on various platforms. And our product ranges across 40 different categories. So if any of you have passion in email side of thing, or threat intel side of thing, or you want to focus more on detonation side of thing, in EPP, EDR, or you are focusing on cloud side of firewall or web proxy, we have all those products. We need this talent to build planet scale services with intelligent experiences powered by ML with big data. And some of the problem which we try to solve, as example I will take, is to give communication compliance as example, where in any organization, the amount of communication which is flowing through email and the instant messaging app which is used within organization is huge, actually. And our model needs to get trained on that. And for that, we need people with deep skill in applied research. This hack event is an awesome opportunity to build talent and innovation. I can see some amazing ideas, and I'm hopeful all participants will continue their learning and innovation using deep tech in cybersecurity. Organizers have done amazing work, a lot of respect and appreciation. It was tough time, and they pulled it off nicely. Lastly, wish you all health and happiness as you continue with your learning and growth.
Thank you, Subodh. Now, let me request Mr. Amitava Mukherjee, Director Cybersecurity Siemens. Amitava, you are here, right? Yeah.
Thank you, Dharmesh. First of all, I must congratulate and appreciate the overall coordinated efforts by all in the community. I had been interacting with Rajiv, with Ranjit. So much of passion and so much of consistency. It is really appreciated. And I've been listening to Ravi and also in similar lines. I work for Siemens, and I'm taking care of, I'm rather heading cybersecurity for Siemens in India. Siemens is, we have a lot of other legal entities also. I work for the parent company, which are mainly into manufacturing. So we are in smart infrastructure sector, we are in mobility, we are in digital industries and so on. So we are actually consumer of the services from color tokens, from Microsoft and many other similar companies. So in typically in the kind of organization or similar organizations where I work, I think the demand for cybersecurity skills or skill sets of the professionals is very, very consistent. And even Subodh has already touched on the cybersecurity regulations or active movement of certain specific guidelines already in progress in the country. So I'm looking forward to the day where further demand for cybersecurity skills will grow. Yes, we are, even when I'm talking, we are still actively looking for cybersecurity professionals on operating technology or other OT cybersecurity skill sets. And that will continue because everywhere the demands are growing, and the organizations, including Siemens, are also looking for similar kind of skill sets. So all the bright minds which participated in this hackathon, I really look forward all or some of them to come up as brighter minds in coming days. And it was a very exciting experience going through all those startup projects and startup concepts, which was brought up by young minds of our country. And it was really amazing by seeing what kind of talent that we have in the country. So I think it was a very fascinating experience for me, and I wish all of you the very best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amitava. Now let me request S. Sri Kumar from HCL Technologies. Please share your experience, Sri.
Thank you very much. And firstly, I would like to thank the organizers for putting together such a great event, and the consistency, like the other panelists mentioned. It was wonderful, and at every point in the process, there was a consistent way to rank people, support them in terms of questions, and also helping them throughout the way. So that was really great, and thanks for the organizing committee, first of all. And from a HCL standpoint, we being a services organization, we have a varied level of requirements from a cybersecurity standpoint. And I'm sure the problems that you had probably faced or been posed to you over the hackathon is just two in number. And but I think when we go to in the real world, 24/7, there are so many problems that keep coming up. And like the other panelist was saying, it is always going to only increase, and cybersecurity skills are going to increase in the coming years. And there is not participants that we had this year. Wish all of them to do a great job, and I'm sure this is the starting point, and every one of you will find your niche way or a niche area that you can focus on, and that will help you in the future. And the last to just sum it up, it is going to be an exciting time for all of us, and who may be interested in joining us in some way or the other. Thank you very much, and all the best to all the participants. And I'm sure you'll do well.
Thank you, Sri. This hackathon is brought to everyone by C3I. The concept and technical expertise all came from C3I. I wanted to invite Professor Maninder Agrawal to share about C3I and about the experience.
Thank you, Damnesh. Good evening, everyone. It's wonderful to see the hackathon gaining strength and will hopefully become a regular part of our annual calendar. The C3I Hub, which is short for Cybersecurity and Cybersecurity of Cyber Physical System Technology Innovation Hub, a very mouthful, is a Section 8 company set up by Department of Science and Technology a couple of years ago. The charter of the company is to promote cybersecurity in the country, working in 4 aspects of it. One, of course, R&D, which is what we are particularly good at in the places like IIT Kanpur. But it should not stop at R&D. It should whatever R&D we do needs to ideally get to a point where it can be usable and deployable. And in order to do that, we have been tasked to work with the industry to work with the solutions together so that industry can take it forward, and also nucleate a number of startups in cybersecurity space, provide them funding, mentoring, and other support so that they can leverage our expertise, develop solutions, and take them to the market. And finally, to train a large number of people in cybersecurity, make them well conversant with the concepts of cybersecurity so that they are able to, in their organizations, handle the cybersecurity in a much more robust way than is being done today. So we have started working on all these aspects, and the hackathon touches upon perhaps 3 of them, or maybe all 4 of them, because we actually, through the hackathon, we are able to reach out to a large body of young students, encourage them to think about cybersecurity, in fact, come up with some interesting solutions, maybe even nuclear. We have seen the startup track here, which are going to hopefully expand much more in future, and we get a number of startups coming out of that. And finally, with respect to industry, we have an increasing participation from industry joining hands in organizing this hackathon, and many of the solutions coming up will hopefully find their way through to the industry as well. So all in all, this is a fantastic initiative, and I really want to thank the Delhi chapter of Alumni Association for taking a lead in this. And each, there's so many of them, Rajiv, Damnesh, and many more who have spent a lot of time in making this event a great success. And what I look forward in the future is a stronger synergy between the work that we are doing. As I mentioned, that I am hoping that with time, the startup track in the hackathon will become stronger and stronger. We'll be able to attract or motivate a number of our young people to take forward the challenge of creating solutions in cybersecurity space and deploy them in all over the country. Because that's one way. I mean, we have seen the examples of Israel, which really become a leading country in the world in cybersecurity by channeling young people, creating startups, promoting them very significantly. And today you have some of the world's best cybersecurity solutions being offered by startups or ex-startups, which are grown mature today in Israel. And at C3I Hub, that's kind of a role we envisage for ourselves to be that catalyst and nucleus around which all of these activities can take place. So very interesting times ahead, and I really am excited to be part of this journey. And will in the next few years, hopefully, we will see the results of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Maninder sir. I see Saurabh sir has joined. Dr. Saurabh Srivastava, I welcome him. Dr. Saurabh Srivastava is an entrepreneur, angel investor, VC, Padamshri. Sir, we welcome you. I see Rohit Dhawan. Rohit is the secretary for Delhi chapter. I see Pradeep Bhargava, who is the past president, IIT Kanpur Alumni Association. Welcome, Pradeep. I see Anupam Saranwala, who is the EC member and the organizing committee member for the hackathon. I welcome you all. It is our privilege to have our chief guest, Professor Abhay Karandikar, Director IIT Kanpur. Sir, I'll request you to give your keynote address to all the participants here.
Thank you. Thank you, Damnesh. So first of all, on behalf of IIT Kanpur, I would like to welcome you all to this award ceremony, which is actually a culmination of a huge efforts which was put in by a very dedicated and motivated team. So, so I would like to thank Rajiv Saru for really doing all the heavy lifting, and IIT Kanpur Alumni Association's Delhi chapter for really taking the lead in these directions. So President Mr. Sunil Singhal is here. He and his team has provided all the support. And I would also like to thank all the sponsors. Some of them spoke just now for their immense contributions to this entire event, without which it would not have been possible for us to organize the event at this scale. So I'm very delighted to see that the participation in this event was a real great success with more than 1,000 colleges and something like 2,500 plus team participating, and so therefore it was definitely a great competition in the area of cybersecurity. As was mentioned by Professor Manindra Agrawal, IIT Kanpur has been working in the area of cybersecurity for past several years. We now have a technology innovation hub, which is being funded by the Department of Science and Technology. And the whole idea of these technology innovation hub is to engage with startups, with industry partners, with other institutions, including other academic institutions as the spokes, to contribute to the capacity building in the area of cybersecurity in the country. We also have a unique positioning of cybersecurity in the sense that we are focusing on cybersecurity of critical infrastructures, which includes things like power systems, power grids, industrial automations, IoT, etc., which is a very important area, but not so much addressed in the country. So given its huge importance that cyber attacks can really bring down the critical infrastructures, I believe IIT Kanpur has been contributing to this national mission in the form of the Technology Innovation Hub. At the same time, we have a very strong ecosystem of innovation and incubation. Apart from cybersecurity, we have incubated a large number of startup companies. In fact, we now have 100+ companies incubated in our incubator, which is Startup Incubation Innovation Center, SIIC. And the setting up of these technology innovation hub in cybersecurity has only given impetus to incubating companies in the area of cybersecurity, and thereby we can actually take many of these ideas to commercialization stage and to the market. I'm very delighted that, and which has been actually demonstrated by the huge participation in this hackathon, that there is a large excitement among the students in the colleges towards this. And in fact, that was one of the objectives, that of course we want the students to participate in the hackathon, but another objective is to actually increase the awareness about the cybersecurity in general among the students. And this hackathon has really contributed in that aspect in a very big way. Of course, there will be some teams who will win, and obviously, since we have a limited number of prizes, but what has actually resulted is that we see a large awareness getting created towards the cybersecurity among our students, and that is really very important from the point of view of capacity building. Given the fact that in the next several years, few years now, we are going to be living in an increasingly all-pervasive, digitally connected world. I mean, no one can deny the importance of cybersecurity, and from that point of view, we will need a huge workforce to address the challenges associated with this important area, because the digital connectivity and the digital world is going to touch almost each sector of the economy, including sectors such as agriculture, transportation, healthcare, power sectors, and so on. And in that context, therefore, the capacity building in this important area is also extremely important. And I'm really delighted to see that this hackathon has contributed in some way to the capacity building as well. I'm sure that with the support of the sponsors who have been very generous in their contributions, we may be able to scale this event to a much larger scale, where not only we can increase the number of prizes, but also, as I mentioned, contribute to creating more education and awareness in this domain. And IIT Kanpur will be very happy to work with a passionate team which has been behind organizing this hackathon. Once again, I would like to thank the Delhi chapter of IIT Kanpur Alumni Association. I would like to congratulate all the winners of this hackathon. I'm sure the participants are eagerly waiting for the announcement. And I look forward to the support and contributions of all of you in the coming years as well. So thank you very much. Over to Damnesh.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your kind words. I'm sure this hackathon will surely add up to the exposure for cybersecurity to the people, and it should motivate them to take it as career. Let me invite Dr. Saurabh Srivastava, a well-known name in industry and startup community. He is the chairman of the jury. Sir, Saurabh, sir, please.
Well, thank you very much, Damnesh. It has been a pleasure to chair this jury because the subject is a very, very important one. I won't repeat many things that have already been said about cybersecurity, except to say that as the world increasingly goes digital, as everything we do is, I think, as Facebook would like us to believe, is going to be in the metaverse. It means that the only security that may count is what you can do in cyberspace. So it is very, very important. We've all heard about Israel, small country that has made a name for itself in this space. And apart from commerce, where of course all of these issues are important, as we are finding today, increasingly war is going to be in cyberspace. That's already begun to happen. And it's very important for us, just as we look at beefing up our borders, that we also develop not just world-class, but better than world-class capabilities in cybersecurity. So it is a very important subject. I'm delighted we're doing it. It's also a great pleasure that courtesy Professor Manindra Agarwal, IIT Kanpur actually is the #1 IIT institution in the country in this particular area. So it really is very good to be dealing with it. And I really want to congratulate all of you in organizing this event, and you're doing this annually. And I think it's really, really very, very heartwarming. And hopefully, I think next year we should get even better sponsorship, be able to give away more prizes. And I say that because I was told that you had a little under 8,000 people who actually registered. And the awards are very small. I mean, they're a very small number of awards. So I just want to say to everybody, look, the big thing is participation. Just because you weren't in the first 3 or 4 doesn't mean what you did isn't good. So please keep at it. Come back again next year. There will be a lot more prizes. So with that, let me start and talk about the awards.
I'll come to that, sir. I'll request you I know everyone wants to see the awards, but let me, before we come to the cash award, let me share the merit certificates.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. I hope everyone can see the. So we'll first announce the merit certificate. So the merit certificate in the for the startup track is with Sarvesh Dubey. This one. Then in the then Majendra Kamalnath and Nitesh M. In the startup track only, it is Ashish Anand, Aniket Kumar, and Utkarsh Datta. These are merit certificate. And then we have Atharva Khetkar, Om Jaiswal, and Mansi Bende. These were in startup. And the programming solution track, the merit certificate is with Ayush Dubey, Aviral Srivastav, and Astha. Now we would, I'll request Saurabh sir to announce the cash awards for programming and solution track.
Okay, let me start. Thank you very much. So let me start with the first award, which is in the programming solutions track, the jury prize of 25,000. Now that prize goes to Jyoti Lingapandian and Gautam Karthikeyan. So congratulations, both of you. You're second-year students doing your BE from the Ramco Institute of Technology. Congratulations for this. Then I come to the third prize. The third prize has gone to a team which comprises the Manipal Institute of Technology and Sri Krishna Rajendra Silver Jubilee Tech Institute. And the name of the company is Net Enrich. So that award goes to Akash Gupta, Haran Ravindran, and Ashrit Shetty. Once again, Congratulations to all of you, and congratulations to your company, NetBridge. This award is for 1.5 lakhs. So let me now move on to the second prize of 2.5 lakhs. And that second prize goes to IIT Bombay. And the team there is Himanshu Shoran, Chaitanya Naik, and Yash Parmar. Congratulations again to all of you for winning the second prize. And now the first prize. So it's very appropriate that the first prize in all of this goes to a woman from Shiv Nadar University. The company is Dell Technologies, and this is Astha Rathore. Congratulations, Astha, for the first prize of 5 lakhs.
Okay, sir. I think Astha is here. We can just invite her to.
Yes, sure. Please do. It's a good idea. Come, Astha, maybe we can hear a few words from you, how you feel about this.
Yeah, Astha, you can unmute and talk.
Hello, sir.
Maybe you can stop sharing this slide, then we can.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, now it's.
Hello,
yeah.
sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I don't believe that I won the first prize. And to be honest, I would start that I was really hesitant to participate in this competition because first of all, I did not have a team. I was all alone, and I was really hesitant because I was learning along the way. But when we got the first shortlist of the first round, I was like, okay, so maybe I did made it to the first round. So, why not give it a try? Then second time when we had the round 2, when we had to solve the problems, I was also facing many issues because obviously, have to handle work. Then you don't have any team to motivate you, so you mostly lose motivation. That okay, I'm alone. I can't fix this error. I don't know. I don't want to work on it. So those, the entire 2 weeks was like that. But I'm really glad that I was able to put forth whatever my thoughts were in the form of solutions, and the jury liked it. And my key learnings with this entire process would be that, if you put your heart into something, there's nothing can stop you basically. And I was really passionate about these two problems. I wanted to put forth a solution that could, cause an impact basically. And I'm really glad that the jury liked it. And thank you so much for this award. Thank you for the organizing. Thank you, the organizing committee. I think you are the great rock stars here who organize such a great competition. So thank you so much.
That's excellent, Astha, because looks like this award has a lot more meaning in life for you. It's not just an award, but what this tells you is if you want to do it, you can do it. And you can do it by yourself. You really don't need 20 other people egging you on.
Absolutely.
So hopefully, this is a lesson you'll carry with you. Prizes will come and go, but this should stay with you. I'm so happy that this competition has given you one of these really excellent lessons in life and very early.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's go on then to the startup tracks. Damnesh?
Yes, sir. Just, yeah.
So on the Startup Track Awards, let me start with the jury prize. This is the jury prize of 25,000 rupees. And so the first, that prize goes to the Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai, to Thirumalai Srinivasan. Congratulations to you, Srinivasan. You're a second-year student. Great job, very well done. Then I move from there to the third prize of 1.5 lakhs plus $5,000 of credits on Azure Cloud. So this prize goes to Shubham Dubey and Rishal Dwivedi from Microsoft. And one of them is from the LNM Institute of Information Technology. And the second is from the Osmania University. So again, congratulations for winning the second prize. Sorry, for winning the third prize, the 1.5 lakhs. Let me move from there to the second prize. And the second prize is 2.5 lakhs and $5,000 of credits on the Azure Cloud. The second prize goes to Vishal Kumar Chakradhar. This is IIT Kanpur. So all of you IIT folks can start clapping here. Very well done. Very well done, Vishal. Let me then move to the first prize. The first prize of 5 lakhs and $5,000 credit on Azure Cloud. And this goes to IIT Madras. And we have 3 people in the team: Devika J, Himanshu Goyal, and Amulya. Congratulations, folks, and congratulations to your company, Grid Sentry Private Limited. Delighted that you won the prize, even more delighted that 2 out of your 3 members are women. Very appropriate. So yeah, with that, I think we come to the conclusion of announcing the prizes. Very well done, folks. And those of you who didn't win, please come back again. And then next time you'll win a prize. And you've just heard from Astha that, you know, if you want to do it, you can.
I would request if Devika or Amulya, I see them in the audience, they can unmute, and if they want to share their experience. Himanshu, Goel too. Any one of you, please.
And Devika here. Am I audible?
Yes, Devika.
Yeah. Thank you for this opportunity. It was a great honor to be at least shortlisted in the final rounds, and winning is like a blessing to us. Like, it's a great motivation for us. Like, we are at the very starting stage of our startup, and this is like great motivation for our team. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you.
Thank you, Devika. Congratulations to you and your team.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the main part of the ceremony for award ceremony today. Now I would like to thank all the people who were involved in this hackathon, and we got the support from. So I first like to thank our chief guest, Professor Abhay. Thank you very much, sir, for your time today. Chairman of jury, Dr. Saurabh Srivastava, sir, thank you to you. Thank you for joining and guiding us and the jury. And the chief mentor and advisor, Professor Manindra Agrawal. Thank you, sir, for joining today and your guidance always. Co-chairman Shrikant Sastry, he couldn't join today, and the chief architect, Professor Sandeep Shukla, he also couldn't join today. But thanks to them for guiding all of us. Then our distinguished guests and speakers, Mr. Ravi Purohit, Vice President and India Head Color Tokens, thank you. Mr. Maninder Singh from HCL couldn't join, but Shri is filling his place. So thank you, Shri. Mr. Subodh Kumar, Partner Director, Microsoft, Mr. Amitava Mukherjee, Director, Cybersecurity, Siemens. And then I would like to thank our sponsors, the title sponsor, HCL Technologies, Platinum sponsor, Color Tokens, Microsoft and Siemens, the gold sponsors, SciSec, NSE Talent Sprint, L&T Smart World, and our silver sponsors, Tenable and NTPC. And I'd like to thank our outreach partners, which is DSCI, TIE, and TIE IN, Pan IIT, and Brandy, who were working on with us. The Brandy team was working with us day and night. And then our institute partners, which is JKLU, BML Muljal University, KNIT, Shiv Nadar University, SSN College of Engineering, Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College. Thank you for spreading the word and to your institute as well as to others. And at the end, I would like to thank all the organizing committee members in the alphabetical order: Anupam Saranwala, Amit Tiwari, Aviral Khare, Jyoti Pandey, Karan, Nikhil Agrawal, Rahul Shukla, Rajiv Sarup, Ranjit Mishra, Rohit Dhawan, Sneha, Sunil Singhal sir, Suryans, Venkat, and Vikas Maurya, and all the EC member of Alumni Association IIT Kanpur Delhi chapter and the C3I team which work with us. Thank you all. This concludes the ceremony.
I would like to special mention Rahul Shukla from C3I Hub, because he is one guy, one-man army who did a tremendous outreach work. Rahul Shukla, if you're there, show your face, and thank you very much. So thanks everyone for coming, and I hope we continue this every year, and we'll have your support in the future hackathon as well.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you next time, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
And winners, we are going to reach out to you for the prize distribution. So, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.